Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Mark of Chaos with me, Brink. We're going to start the Orcs and Goblins campaign, Chapter 1, Green Tide Rising. Orcs are my favorite race, or top two favorite races in Warhammer Fantasy and top two races in Warhammer 40k. Though they are a lot more scary in Fantasy than they are in 40k. In 40k, oftentimes...
The empire of man is in ruin.
1 second.
Chaos warbands roam the lands, killing and slaughtering. But a new danger threatens to engulf the empire.
The year 2304 after Sigmar, the reign of Magnus the Pious. Oh, I forgot this was also part of the, it was one of this game's cutscenes, or introductions. Yeah, so anyway, in 1 second.
From the east come the orc and goblin masses, streaming over the mountains in an unstoppable tide. Dozens of green-skinned tribes have united beneath the crude banner of a powerful orc war boss, drawn together into a mighty Waaagh by the promise of bloodshed, warfare, and slaughter. The mountains shake with the thunderous din of war drums as his warriors surge toward the Empire in their thousands, descending on the beleaguered realm of man with but a sole purpose: to destroy everything in their path.
Alright, so in Fantasy, the Orcs are a lot more darker, taken a lot more seriously, where in 40k, they're oftentimes used for comedic relief. Though they do have some dark moments, because it is still grimdark. But outside of that, they do share a lot of similarities between the two franchises. Of course, I mean, just like the elves and Eldar, dark elves, dark Eldar, so on and so forth. They are mirrors of each other.
York and Mork have guided the boys of the Broken Tooth tribes to us, Warboss. The war is ready to be launched against the stinking Umis. But first, we have to get through the lands of the Stuntings. They guard all the ways through the mountains. What's the plan, boss?
The plan? We kill them all! Death to the Stuntings!
That's a good plan. Man after my own heart. For Gorbash to invade the Empire, he must first smash aside those standing in his path. It shouldn't be hard for him to do, because Orcs is the best. If you don't believe me, just ask them.
What's this, boss?
This I tell ya. Means we're on the right track. It leads us to the big fights.
Yes, I have no idea where this story is going to take us because they aren't.
Huh? Something up, boss.
Gorbash is the biggest and the baddest.
Nice. What do we have?
Sort yourselves out. Errors is dead good.
I'll put him with the Arab
You run
boys.
away, you soggers!
Change of plans. Gork and Mork lead me.
So what do we have? Green Roar. The roar of the hero instantly decreases the morale of nearby enemy units by 10 and increases attack speed of the hero by 50% at the cost of 50% armor. And Waaagh turns the hero and attached regiment into a frenzied state, making themselves immune to morale effects. The hero cannot be challenged to a duel while frenzied, can only be activated if the hero is in melee combat. Gork Smash earthquake damages and terrifies enemy units around the shaman by having 20% chance to deal 1 damage and cause 10 morale loss to them. And the big drums gives 20 morale to nearby friendly units. Okay. Neat.
They can't speak to me!
The stunties! Let's stop them!
But yeah, this campaign isn't part of the
approach.
novelization, so I have no idea what to expect here. Though that colorization of this reminds me a lot of Pseudoball, or Chaos in general. It's like how fast Gorbash is. He just ran these guys down without issue.
He's attacking us!
Alright, cut him down, everybody. Don't let him get away.
Take this! There they are! They is all dead, boss! Alright.
Let's make sure there's no itemization, or any items, not itemization. Chilling behind us.
By Grimna, we shall strike them down!
There's another tribe here. That's how what was made of, boys! I ain't never lost a fight.
You got a clever idea, or what? Something smells funny over there.
I don't know if they can hit that or not. I guess not.
If that's what the gods want.
Have him pull forward.
Is there a plan, boss? Attacking us!
I is the best.
There are too many voices in the head. What's the plan? There's all dead, boss. Something up, boss. Something up, boss.
Alright, well, I'll take that.
I'm going. You got a clever idea, or what? I'm sick of all this walking around. There they are.
Alright, let's keep pushing through. So we'll get them in our own time.
They're attacking us.
Yeah, yeah.
If that's what the gods want. Always walking.
Well, if y'all ran, it would be a problem, would it? I actually have 2 hit points per model. Most of them do. Well, hey, some more boys.
You want me to do something?
3 health per model.
There they are. Us boys will fight for your war boss. You got a clever idea? You can't speak to me.
Gorbash is the biggest and the baddest.
It's attacking us.
Errors is dead good. Just tell us where they are.
They is all dead,
Where is the enemy? Nothing can stop me!
What's the plan?
What? Nothing will stand in me way!
Honestly, I just want to get the
I ain't never lost a fight.
poor boys into this unit.
Smash 'em! Is there a plan, boss?
The rest of it doesn't really
That
matter.
way looks good. You want me to do something? Don't get too close.
Get on with it!
Attacking us! They is all dead, boss.
I'll rip their heads off!
We're going, boss.
You got something to say? They is as good as dead!
We'll smash 'em! They is all dead, boss. You heard the boss, lads.
Alright, well, that didn't go great.
Your more boys are ready, boss. Get moving, stupid pig! There they are!
Only 'cause I want to.
Oh, I guess this unit moved. Oh, there they are.
Down! There are too many voices in me head.
Yeah, spear chuckas. More boys throw their spears to the enemy when this powerful range attack is activated.
You got something to say?
It's attacking us!
What is it? What is it, Runt? Maybe I will.
And maybe I won't.
Time to die, Princess! What is it?
Your more boys are ready, boss. Dogs with us! They is all dead, boss.
What now?
Oh, now you grab this.
I'll do it.
Get moving, stupid pig! We can take them!
Get out of me way.
There we go.
Something up, boss. Are we there yet? You got a clever idea, or what? What is it, boss? Yeah, boss. That poor boys is on it, boss.
Alright. Don't know what to expect up here. I'm going to assume there's going to be a dueling opportunity for Gorbash here.
There they are.
But maybe not.
My word! Fire! Come on, move out! They're attacking us! Is there a plan, boss? I'll get him, boss! Charge him! Kill him all! You got a clever idea, or what?
So I'm not entirely
You
sure.
got a clever idea, or what? I'll get him. Well, that way looks good.
Get on with it.
Is there a plan, boss?
Right.
What do you want?
Mark what's
Dead, boss. Something
Nope.
cunning for me to do?
That's not a good idea.
Just follow me nose. Don't get too close. My feet hurt. Something up, boss.
Trying to burn through these guys really fast. I don't know what's going to happen because I can't get to that guy.
There's all dead, boss. My feet hurt. Always walking. There they are.
Try and get down here so I can avoid. I'll take a
Every
damage.
last one of the boys is dead.
Shoot.
Down. They can't speak to me.
Well,
The head hurts.
that'll probably be okay.
Gorbash is the biggest and the baddest. What do you want us to do?
Something up, boss.
There's all dead, boss. I ain't never lost a fight.
I'll get him.
What is it, boss? He's attacking us! Stick 'em with your spears! We'll crush 'em! He's all dead, boss! Smash 'em!
Always walking. If that's what the gods want.
What?
Let's cut these guys down. We were taking an
Lots of
absolute
shiny
beating.
stuff here, boss. What's the plan?
What now?
I'm assuming the orcs should be relatively cheap to replenish.
What do you want? Get on with it!
There's
I must find something to fight!
They's attacking
Gorbash,
us.
smash! Go, go, go!
Looks like we still have quite the fight ahead of us. Oh boy.
Fine, I'll do it!
This is the one that heals everybody. Actually, you know what? I'll probably drop that after I collect all these items. Start healing everybody up, because we're in rough shape.
Gorbash, smash! Fine, I'll do it! What is it, Runt? Only 'cause I want to.
Don't get too close.
Alright, we'll just wait through this for a minute. Since I have charges.
We's the best. What's the plan?
And it gives us a chance to rest up, because our stamina's a little low. So what do we get?
What is it, Runt?
Guess it's just another effigy of Gork.
The innards. What do you want?
A little disappointing, but that's fine. Though Gorbash is in pretty rough shape. I'll go ahead and pop that.
What is it, Runt? That way!
He has to survive, so.
Hurry it up!
Can't get to that side because of the, Was it? Can we go over that? It looks solidified. Might be a little molten? I don't know. I don't know if we can go over that or not. Should I risk it? It seems like a bad idea. But maybe we can?
They's attacking us.
I gotta give it a shot, because this guy's tearing us apart. See what happens when we hit this part. 'Cause again, it doesn't look like it's... Oh, that was a really good hit.
Every last one of the boys is dead.
So there might be more stuff down here. I'll probably send Gorbash by himself. I'm gonna drop another effigy of Gork back here. Oof, lost 2 units on the first mission.
There's all dead, boss.
That way!
But I would expect that the,
I go where I want to.
the game probably follows the same path from games of that time, where if you play campaigns in consecutive order, they should get progressively harder.
There they
And
are!
then obviously the expansion one should be the
Anything in my way is gonna get smacked.
hardest. Alright, we're gonna drop another one of these and start healing up. Then we'll go deal with those guys. Hey, good news is, the less units we have, the more experience per unit. And more healing per unit with the effigy of Gorg, so that all works out.
Get on with it.
Not worth sending him in by himself, honestly.
Something cunning for me to do? There are too many voices
This is an
in the
earthquake
head.
thing. So I might send him in there and use that.
What
It
do
might
you
be
want?
extremely powerful. We'll see how it goes.
You got a clever idea, or what?
What now? Day is as good as dead.
There they are!
Alright, let's see what we have. Warriors, hammer. Oh man, hammers? There's like a whole pit back here.
Ride them down! They're attacking us! Oi! Move it! Get up! Is there a plan, boss? Smash them! Ride them down! Time to chuck some spears, lads! Smash them! They're all dead, boss! We'll crush them! Something for us! Oi! Move it!
Oh yeah, let's go check this out.
You heard the boss, lads!
Alright, not bad. I didn't actually see how much damage the earthquake did,
Hey, boss?
but I'll assume it was plenty. So it might be better to have him inside of a melee unit.
You run away, you soggers!
There has to be something back here, right? Yeah, there it is. One little
Get
potion.
on with it. I is the best. What? Get on with it. Hurry it up. I must find something to fight.
I said about the orc boys that I lost. I don't really care for the archer, or sorry, the arrow boys. But the orc boys themselves, I wouldn't mind keeping. I wonder if you can get black orcs in this. I would assume that you can. That's usually the elite orc troops, so it would make sense not to have them.
Mork tells us where to shoot.
Try and get a few arrows into them while they approach us. 2 volleys, maybe? And then pull them back.
Is there a plan, boss? Just tell us where they are. I'll do him in with the big war. It's attacking us. What are you playing? We'll stick 'em good, boss. You got a clever idea, or what? Oh? There's all dead, boss.
That way. Nothing can stop me.
So yeah, definitely avoid this one. This one looks like it's gonna burn.
Hey, boss.
But I don't know if that's actually the case or not.
The poor boys is on it, boss.
Sometimes it's been assuming that the lava would kill us,
Boss
which
wants us to move,
is a good assumption to have,
to get in range.
especially in real life.
They won't laugh at us this time. Don't let them get away.
Probably gonna be a unit up here, right? Waiting in ambush.
Shoot him dead quick!
More than one.
What's up, boss? It's attacking us! Spears, lads. I'll take them out! That big green flows through me!
What do you want? These ones are mine!
His own get, boss!
I is the best!
Let's pop another one of those. I probably should have saved that for in case there's a duel up ahead, but I don't really want to risk it. Because he has to survive this whole mission. That's fine. Once we get some levels in us, we'll be okay.
That way!
What is it, boss? You have done well. There they are!
On the blood of my ancestors, I swear that these greenskins shall not live to see the setting sun.
Stick 'em good, boss. Change of plans. Charge 'em! What are you playing at? What are you playing at? What you want us to do? The editors!
You got something to say?
Get 'em! Oi! Move it! Right 'em down! Time to chuck them spears, lads! Charge 'em! Every last one of the
What
boys
is
is
it,
dead!
Brunt?
The editors!
What is it?
Is there a plan, boss?
Gorbash is the biggest and the baddest!
And you need to run away now.
Mork tells us where to shoot. Another
These stunties ain't so tough!
Is there a plan, boss? That big green flows through me! My feet hurt!
Run away! Don't you die! Don't you die on me!
Something smells funny over there. You want me to do something?
I ain't never lost a fight! I'll have it all!
We can take them! Easy as shooting a stun goblin.
Alright. Man, that was really close. How much health does he have? One. Don't let him get away. Absolutely not. Cut this guy down.
God!
You have done well.
Lost so many units. Oh man. Graceful. But hey, first try.
You is the best! What?
And I was really impressed by how many hit points per model the orcs had, but then didn't really matter. They all died anyway. The dwarves are typically an elite unit, so I don't feel too bad about losing a bunch of orcs to dwarves. Plus, with dwarves being one of my favorite, again, orcs and dwarves are my two favorite fantasy races. So seeing the dwarves put up a good fight against orcs is always it's almost relieving. Alright, so first things first, let's level up some guys. So tenacity increases armor of hero and regiment. Waaagh turns the hero, I've already read that. Warmonger, chance to hit for hero and regiment. Billowed exhortations, hero and the attached regiment stamina increases by 3%. Swift command requires, okay, hero and the attached regiment's attack speed increases by 3%. Inspired leader, the hero and the attached regiment's maximum morale increases by 4%. And Stomp 'em, hero and the attached regiment instantly hurls nearby units to the ground. The hurled units suffer 1 HP damage with 15% chance to hit. Okay. It's a deadly strike, 5% chance to do 1 extra damage with melee attacks. Gork's strength increases the hero's damage by 1% with 33% chance to hit. To hit reduction. Lord of Battle, entering the duel, hero gains 1 hit point per level. Cunning Dodge. Decreases the opponent's chance to hit by 25% for 10 seconds. Avenger, when the enemy hero makes a successful attack, your hero's chance to hit is increased by 5% for 5 seconds. Sneaky Headbutt, interrupts the opponent casting and stuns him for 2 seconds. And then the Power of Mork. The hero gains the Ultimate Frenzy, empowering his next 3 attacks to do up to 4 damage each. Additionally, these empowered attacks will restore 5 morale to the hero for every hit. Then Green Roar. The roar of the hero instantly decreases the morale of nearby enemy units by 10, increases the attack speed of the hero by 50% at the cost of 50% armor. I'll probably start with Constitution, honestly. 5 health is good. Swift of Foot. Increase the movement speed of the hero by 2%. Yeah, we'll do that as well. Actually, I'll get the armor instead. Alright, Call of the Waaagh. While affected by the Green Roar, the hero's attack speed is increased by 10%. Blade Storm. Each attack has a 4% chance to increase the attack speed by 50%. Deflection increases the hero's defense against ranged attacks. And then Whirling Choppa. The hero whirls his weapon, damaging all enemy targets around him for 1 HP with 40% chance to hit. That's a very pricey replacement. Alright, now we're broke. Swift Command, so attack speed increase for him and the regiment. Big Drums, we've already read that. Eagle Eye increases the hero and the attached regiment's chance to hit with ranged attacks. Inspired Leader, the hero and the attached regiment's maximum morale increases by 4%. Tenacity, again armor for a hero and regiment. Magical Ward, magic resist for hero and regiment. Power of the Waaagh. Increases the attack speed and chance to hit of the attached unit by 15% for 20 seconds. Gaze of Mork, 100% chance of blasting the opponent for 2 damage. Supernatural Resilience, decreases the attacker's chance to hit by 5% per level. Deadly Strike, gives 5% chance to do 1 extra damage with melee attacks per level. Mork Curses Ya, reduces the chance to hit and defense of the enemy by 12%. Master of the Winds, decreases the cost of all spells by 2%. To Shout, interrupts enemy casting and increases the shaman's chance to hit by 25%. And then Foot of Gork, summons the Foot of Gork to the enemy unit. It deals 4 damage with a 100% chance to hit. Then Gork Smash, Earthquake damages terrifies. Yeah, I think I'll probably just focus on that. Spell Focus, cooldown of all spells by 6% per level. Magic Resist, increased magic resist. Constitution, increases health. Aura of Protectiness. Every successful hit has a 4% chance to heal the shaman for 1 HP. Deflection increases the hero's defense against ranged attacks by 5%. And Mork is with us. There we go. Jeez. Summons the ghostly image of Mork. The spirit can attack enemy units around the shaman for 20 seconds. I'm going to focus on that, I think. Got a few items. Alright, the Red Eyes Staging Camp. Alright, located within a cave overlooking the lands of the Empire. This encampment often used as a staging post for greenskins descending to attack the lands of the Empire. The camp is a crude affair of rough huts built from wood scraps, rocks, and fur stuck together with dung. And the strong mountain winds, it can be smelt for miles around. And with these strong mountain winds. The temple. The idols of Gork and Mork with the glowy eyes. Renowned amongst the greenskin tribes for hundreds of miles around. Many orcs and goblins travel to the idols of Gork and Mork with the glowy eyes to ask the gods for their favor. The towering idols, made from orc dung, inspire awe and reverence in all who see them, though their famed glowy eyes have long gone missing. This has led some to start calling them the idols of Gork and Mork, but no longer have glowy eyes. There we go. Jeez. Creative names. Alright, armory. Bloodrot's head of Choppas and Cleavas. Bloodrot is a massive orc who has raided the Empire more times than he can count, though that's not saying much. Nevertheless, he has a fine array of armor and weapons that he has built up over the years, mainly gear that he has stolen from corpses or bullied off smaller greenskins. Man, reading is tough. He gets a mount. Alright, the Spiked Pit. The Spiked Pit is where the boys go when they are bored. Here they can fight each other to their heart's content, and this is the first place where bosses come if they are looking for a few extra lads for an upcoming fight. 800. So orc boys, arrow boys, goblins, and goblin spear throwers. And then Knobfang the Wiz. Knobfang is an old and deranged... sound like an old sci-fi movie sound effect. Knobfang is an old and deranged goblin who has spent years building up an electric collection of strange and sometimes mystical items that he carries around on his hunched back. He can sometimes be convinced to part with these items, if the price is right, of course. Alright, let's read about Waaagh. Waaagh is the shaman of Gorbash's tribe, a cunning orc able to manipulate the powerful and destructive magic of the Big Green. Far more wild than the magic practiced by other races, this raw Waaagh magic can be devastatingly effective on the battlefield, but is also highly dangerous to the shaman wielding it. With so much power coursing through his body, it is no wonder that Waaagh is slightly unhinged. The other orc boys tend to regard him with a mixture of reverence and unease. They prefer to keep him at arm's distance, just in case the Waaagh magic becomes too much and his head explodes. Then Gorbash himself. Captured by the Dark Elves in one of their slave raids, Gorbash was taken in chains to the icy realm of Naggaroth. He was forced to fight in brutal pit fights for the amusement of the Dark Elf nobility. He grew large and strong as he defeated everything thrown at him. Over the years, he fought all manner of creatures for the entertainment of the braying crowd. When Lilith purchased him from his slave master and promised his freedom, Gorbash was suspicious. However, the sorceress lived up to her side of the bargain and transported him back to the orc-infested Badlands, telling him to raise an army and to cross the mountains. She would guide him to battles of far grander scale than he could ever have dreamed of. So it was that Gorbash returned to his homeland. With his size and brute strength from years of pit fighting, he slaughtered the war boss of his old tribe and took the position himself. Leading his tribe, he headed for the mountains, eager for more slaughter and bloodshed. So orc boys. Orcs are the largest, toughest, meanest, and by far the most dangerous of the greenskins. There are several different kinds of orcs, but the most numerous are just plain orcs, or common orcs. Even the smallest orc pack packs a great deal of bone, muscle, and bloody-mindedness into a body as tall as a man and substantially broader. Orcs vary a great deal in size and appearance, with the biggest individuals in charge of the rest. The pecking order within each tribe is established by constant fighting, so only the meanest and nastiest orcs get to the very top of the tribal ladder. The average orcish cleaver or club is a big, crude affair, much like the orc on the blunt end of it. This is the standard armament for orc foot troops and characters. Orcs refer to such weapons as choppas. Such a chunk of metal would be difficult for a human to wield in one hand, but orcs are muscle-bound beasts with fists as big as a man's head, and only marginally more dexterous. The Arrow Boys. What orcs have in undeniable abundance is brute strength, made all the more dangerous by generous lashings of ignorance. To make matters even worse, orcs feel almost no pain and care little about discomfort, physical hurt, or even death. They enjoy nothing more than violence, and will happily face death in battle just so long as they get a chance to put up a good fight first. Perversely, this unthinking aggression can work to their disadvantage, as orcs will plunge heedlessly into combat against a vastly superior enemy, rather than retreating, as would any sensible human. The Orc Arrow Boys carry a choppa, just like the Orc Boys, but that is not their primary weapon. The Orc Arrow Boys prefer to use the bow, to soften up their victims before going in and chopping them to little bits. The Orc Arrow Boys aren't known for their accuracy, but rather their ability to withstand a lot of punishment. And then the Boar Boys. Orc Boar Boys are rough, tough, and belligerent. They need to be in order to ride their dangerous war boar mounts. Boar Boys have also mastered the cunning art of hurling spears at the enemy. While some greenskins might frown on the Boar Boys for this, why throw a spear when you can run up close and skewer someone with it, they say. The more successful orc bosses understand how devastating Boar Boys can be on the field of battle, and will often try to lure them from rival tribes, often with the promise of fungus brew. Alright, so Iron Skins. I was hoping that was going to be a duel. Do we have any duels? Nope. Alright, well, I'm going to call it here. In the next episode, we'll do Iron Skins, probably the Hammer and the Anvil, and then the Hammer and the Anvil. Try and knock out 2 missions in the next one. Introductory mission, as well as a ton of reading. Slow things down a little bit. Yeah, we should be able to make up for it next time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode.